Hi, welcome to Tailor Like a Pro with Soleyah. Today I will be teaching you how to cut and sew a simple skirt. Yeah, step by step. Perfect for beginners. So stick around.
Hello guys, welcome to today's class. This is how to make a simple skirt, how to sew, how to cut and sew simple skirt. Okay, just as I have said. So with me here, these are the necessary things you need for this class. One is your measuring tape. You need your tape. This is your tape. You need your tape here. Then I have a French curve here in order to take measurements, accurate measurement or lining for curvy parts and curvy area. Then I have my bias here. Normally what I use bias to do is in the place of weaving. When you don't have a weaving machine to help you to weave around the clothes, the inner part of the clothes, you can use your bias as well as the weaving. So I use my bias and it comes out always fine. Then I have my ruler here. This is your ruler, this is my ruler. So you need a ruler as well. Then a brown paper, that is your pattern paper. So this is a brown paper. So those are the things that are needed. You also need a shark. This is a shark here. So with this main thing here, I think you are good to go. Then lastly, you need your scissors for cutting. Okay, with this item, this material, you are good to go. Your measuring tape, your scissors, your shark, a bias is optional. French curve, this is your curvy ruler. Then with your straight ruler and your either material, your fabric or your brown paper. Okay, so this is what we need in this class. We are going to start straight ahead without wasting time. So we're going to take all the measurement that we have taken, we're going to interpret it into this pattern paper and cutting it out. So we have our measurement here. We have our waist measurement, which is 30. We have our hip line, which is 8.5. We have our round hip, which is 36. Okay, we have our skirt length, which is 23. Okay, that is skirt length 23. Then we have our base round the skirt length, we have 26. Many people, just as I explained in the other previous place, many people don't take this round base. They always use the hip to get the round base. But why me, I normally do it always give me a better fittings. And how I measure the round base is this. I'll measure around where the skirt length stops. Then I measure around it, and when I'm measuring around it, I'll allow my client to take a step forward as if he wants to, just like a posture, a walking posture. So when he's taking a walking posture, just a kind of one leg at the front, one leg at the back, then I take around. Okay, so when I do it like that, when the customer is walking, you will be easy. You'll find out that there are some skirts that some people will wear. When they are walking, they don't walk freely. Okay, because of the base, even though there is slit behind it, but they don't walk freely because of it. So but when you do it this way, you allow your customer to be on that posture before taking it round. You have a perfect size for it. Okay, that is why I do it. So now let's go directly into this place. So on this place we have our waist. This is our waist. So from the waist, we're going to take our hip line. Okay, hip line. We're going to take our hip line. See, our hip line is 8.5. So 8.5, I'm going to add 1 inch to become 9 because of this joining allowance. When you are going to join the band up there, so I'll make it 9. Okay, that is it. Then from there, we're going to take our skirt length. So our skirt length, we said our skirt length is 23. So we're going to take 23, right? Okay. So now we're going to make this line. This is the horizontal line, right? This is the horizontal line. So we're going to make the horizontal lines. These are horizontal line. So I told you something. I'm going to be adding 2 plus 2 for the folding allowance at the down. So this is plus 2 for the folding allowance, plus 2. Okay, that is it. So here now we have our waist. Then from between the length of the waist to the hip is your hip line. Okay, Then around there we have our hip. We have our hip, round hip. This is our round hip. We have our round hip. Then from up here, from your waist up down to the hip is called what? This one now is called the what? The hip line. Okay. Then from this place, from the waist down is the skirt length. From the waist down is the skirt length. Is the skirt length. Then this one, this place is the sewing allowance. Sewing allowance. Okay. So that is it. Now after getting the vertical lines, we are going to get the horizontal lines. Okay, this is a vertical line. We are going to get now the horizontal line. And how do we do it? So after getting this one, we're going to say, okay, we have our hip line, which is this, the vertical line, right? That is our hip line. So from there, and we have this. So now say the waist that we measured, we said our waist measurement is 30. Okay, so 30 now divide by 4. Okay, 30 divided by 4. In one of my class, I explained details on how to fold fabrics and the proper measurements for fabric. So I explain details. I will explain details. It's going to be I will explain details why the tailors always do divide by 4. Okay, so it is there in my explanation. So we said waist is 30. 30 divided by 4 is going to have 7.5. 7.5. Then that 7.5, we're going to add that. We're going to add that on the skate for proper fitting. Okay, and to control fullness. Okay, that is what that means. Though plus that is going to be plus that 7.5 is going to be 8.5. Okay, so we have 8.5 over here. 8.5. Okay, have our 8.5. Then our round hip. Our round hip, we said we have our round hip here for 36. Okay, 36 divided by 4. 36 divided by 4 we're going to give us 9. Okay, 36 divided by 4. Let me clear the table so that it will not be too noisy. We're going to have 9. This is our 9 for our hip. So I'm measuring, mind you, hope you are seeing this. I'm measuring around the hip line. Okay, so we have our hip line here. Then the skirt, just as I said I measure around it. We now say divide by 4, that is 26. I divided 26 divided by 4 will now give you 6.5. Okay, this is 6.5. And the second one, this is how to also get a base. This one will give you a fitting base. Okay, not too big, very smart, and not too tight. But if you didn't take the measurement of the person's base the way I explained earlier, then what you do is you take the same hip measurement, you took at the hip place, at that hip line side, then you take the same measurement at the base, which is where your length, your skirt length stops. Okay, after taking it that way, you now do minus 2. You do minus 2. Okay, some people do minus 0.1, either 1.5 or 2. You do, to get a very fine fitting pencil skirt, you do minus 2. When by the time I calculate it, it's almost the same thing with my own 6.5. Okay, so the same thing here, translate the same thing to this place and to this place. Okay, so now it's time for you to connect the lines. So these are the lines you are going to be connecting. You are connecting these lines, you are connecting this line, we are connecting this line, and we are connecting this line. Okay, so this is where you use your French curve. This is where your French curve comes in. So from the waist, from your waist to your hip, you go this way. That is your hip. That is your hip curve. Okay, then from the hip you take down to the skirt length. Okay, hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Place it to your skirt length. Okay, the same thing to your right? So we have the shape of our skirt. I don't know if the camera is capturing it properly. So we have we have our skirt here. So what we now do is a kind of, if you look at skirt has that. There's what we call that at the side. That was the plus that I added, that plus one that I added for a dart. So how do you do it? From the middle, which is from the middle, you take your 4. From the middle, you take your 4. Okay. You take your 4 here. Okay, we have our dart. You take your 4. Then from that 4 again, you also take 4 down. You take 4 down. Okay, so you have a straight line here. I'm just using this line so that you'll be able to understand what I'm doing properly. So this is your dart line. So as you have your dart line there, then from this 4, you're going to take half left, half right. Okay, half right here, we have half here. That is half inch. Another half inch at the other side. Okay, that is making it 1. That is the one we added for the dart. So what you now do is you draw a straight line from the down to mid to the top, or where you take that half. The same thing you do to the other side. Okay, so you have this drawing. I hope it's visible enough. Okay, you have this drawing. So when you have it this way, before you cut it out, always remember to add your sewing allowance. Okay, so you add your sewing allowance plus 1. Some people do plus 2. For me, to save my fabrics, to manage your fabrics, I do plus 1. So that you do plus 1, but as a beginner, I will always advise you always do plus 2. Okay, do plus 2 or 1.5. So that you do plus 2 or you do plus 1.5. So that if there is any error, if there is any mistake, you'll be able to have some SSs. Okay, be able to have some SSs to make amendment with it. So after taking those dotted lines, the allowance, you roll it out. Let me use my French cuff for that place. Let me use my French cuff. Okay, so that is that. We are done for it. So what is the next thing? The next thing you do now is to cut it out. Okay.